You're tuned into the Jersey Comic Crew, and on this episode, you're going to hear us talk about the coronavirus canceling E3 2020, all of that and so much more coming right up. The coronavirus is back in a big bad way. It has canceled not only the NBA, the NHL, the NFL, the ACC, the 1-2-3s, the EBD. It's canceled
Rob,
the E3.
you can just go sports.
Sports.
That's sports for you.
It canceled sports. What do you mean? It canceled sports. Sports is done.
I mean, yeah, like, really quick, the ramifications, like, sports is, especially in the American economy, it is a trendsetter for a lot of other things.
Yes.
You're talking TV, merchandising, stadiums, scheduling stadiums with concerts and other venues. Like, it's not just sports all year round. You're talking everything, from...
Everything's taking a hit.
Everything's taking a hit, and then you're talking hundreds of millions of dollars, which arguably, who cares when it comes to people's health?
Yeah.
But yeah, once you have a player who gets a positive reading on the coronavirus, and now another player, and in 10 days they've, played a bunch of other teams and interacted with a bunch of other teams.
You can't risk it.
You can't risk something like that. It's pandemic level, it's global. So but yeah, we're gonna stick to the nerd side.
almost more importantly, for me more important, E3 has been canceled, guys.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do. Where am I going to get my news? Like, what do you mean E3's canceled?
I know a lot of you were probably like, what do you mean you don't know what to do, you stupid idiot? I mean, but it's true. Like, E3 for
we
me...
had a special every year that we're not going to deal with.
Well, I mean, arguably, regardless, there's still going to be... Like, before everyone's, like, freaking out, there's still going to be online showings.
Yes.
This is a massive year for video games.
It is.
You're talking new PlayStation, new Xbox.
Yeah. A
lot of big games that are probably going to be announced for those new systems. Those systems are both coming out this year.
Mm-hmm.
This is Nintendo usually sets off their biggest games for the year at this. So, you were going to get, obviously, a lot of online content. Nintendo does the Treehouse every year.
I was thinking about
Play
this.
now.
As much as, like, people are freaking out that E3's canceled, right?
No.
This might be a blessing in disguise for E3.
I was thinking the same.
Because attendance has been down. Mm-hmm. Arguably, the show hasn't been as cool, right? And, like, the online stuff has been just as serviceable, right? Mm-hmm. And a lot of the news comes out before then. So this might be like, okay, each studio, right? Each game studio, each division could do an online version, right? This can create more direct content for their audience, right? It doesn't have to be a big production play. They save money doing this. They could put out a better product of a showing. And, like, they don't have to worry about, like, pulling out. Like, for a while, like, what Nintendo pulled out. PlayStation is, like, half in, half out, right?
Nintendo pulled out, I think, now 3 or 4 years ago.
Yes.
PlayStation last year was the first year. They pulled out and now they've started, like, kind of following suit as Nintendo, right? They're doing what's State of Play.
Yes.
Every couple months for new updates.
This is like a necessity for the gaming world. I think
for everybody, yeah.
This E3, I don't think we're going to get another E3 next year. I think E3 is going to be done.
You think it's dead now completely?
I think it's dead. I think this is the perfect cause for them to change it up. To like, instead of one big event every year, like do multiple, like you said, like multiple state of play.
So hold on, you think the event itself is dead, or this version of E3 is dead?
This version and this event is dead.
Okay.
So the version and the event, like, they're done. I think each studio is going to do their own announcement every couple months, because in our news cycle for video games, for comics, for entertainment, it's so fast paced, right?
Yeah.
And the build up to E3 is not the same as it was 5 years ago, 6, 10, right? Now, like, all right, E3, and then next weekend, Stranger Things Season 5 came out. All right, cool. That's the new thing, right?
Yeah.
So this is going to allow these companies to be more in the pop culture mind frame if they come out more often, right? And this forces them to grow, to develop a new thing. I think E3 is going to be done. I can't really see them coming back because, like, all right, coronavirus, they canceled it. Maybe they'll come back with it or do something different. I think, like, E3 was like the video game Comic-Con. I think if they want to still do that, the gaming things, they're gonna have to develop something differently to do like a video game Comic-Con.
I think so.
Like, that's because that's kind of what it was, and that's what, like, it was the Slats hope.
I think Gamescom has kind of taken a lot of the stuff from E3,
but
even though it's more
Gamescom doesn't have that branding behind
No, it doesn't at all. I'm saying as far as like they do a lot of announcements, like it's only like 2 months after E3. But it's still I don't think Gamescom has the overall like sensation that you got at E3. Like for me personally, and I'm sure Rob too, no matter what level of gamer you are, you know, I'm a very different gamer than Rob is, and like E3 to me was Christmas in June. Right? It was, I know exactly what I want for Christmas. I want these new games that are coming out for this console that I have.
Yeah.
You know, whether it's Nintendo, whether it's PlayStation, whether it's Xbox. And you got like all the companies like, you know, Square Enix press conference, like how many people were waiting for Final Fantasy or Kingdom Hearts 3 at the time? You know, how many people
what a letdown.
Or Tomb Raider or something like that. You know what I mean? Like Bethesda and all these. Ubisoft does a big conference every year. I think as far like obviously it just hurts as a fan to not have the awesome like the amount of work is insane that we do for E3.
Yeah.
This might be one of the bigger events where I'm on the other end of like doing twice as much like on back end that you guys are doing.
Yeah, usually.
Because it's a special and I'm like notating on every single game that they're talking about.
I just pretty much we have two different E3s.
Yeah.
It's great. His is more, I watch everything, take notes. I get to just watch the whole conference. I'm like, I like that one.
Yep.
Nah.
Or Rob just watched the highlights on YouTube like, oh, cool.
Oh, yeah, I'm the smaller ones.
And I'm just like sweating. And I'm up at like 2 a.m. for like, you know, Square Enix in Japan. That's like, you know, crazy many hours ahead. And I'm just like, okay.
And if I ever not know a game, I turn to Mike. I was like, Mikey, is this game worth it? He's like, nobody cares about that one. It's fine. I'm like, all right, cool. All right.
And then we like go through. It's a crazy amount of work.
Yeah.
It's also a passion though, because you know, even before we were doing the podcast, I was watching E3, and I'm sure you were watching E3 as well, somewhat.
No.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
I watched maybe a handful of like things from E3.
Okay.
But I wasn't really like, oh my god, what's going on with E3? Mainly because Mikey watched it, and he was like, hey, these games are coming out. I'm like, oh my god, that's terrific.
Zoidbergen?
Yeah, I was Zoidbergen. And I was like, all right, that was his thing. I was like, all right.
But yeah, I mean, like, even at the height of E3, it was televised. It was on, like, the Spike Network. Remember the game?
That was
game
cool.
channel.
I did like that. That felt like it brought the community together. And, like, that's the one thing I think you might miss without it being, like, an event. But
I think it's, obviously, it's necessary with everything going on. And even since then, which they canceled E3 kind of over the weekend.
Yeah.
More things have popped up. Obviously, the sports world and
Disney closed.
Disney
in California.
Well, which is smart. Because you're talking about thousands of people a day.
Orlando's still open.
For now, because I don't think anything's hit southern Florida yet. Miami hasn't. It's a matter of time.
For them to close Disney Orlando, it has to be like, all right, 20 people got it. All right.
Like, they'll eventually, I think, close for a couple weeks to do like a big disinfect clean. But yeah,
Small World twice.
Everywhere, that thing's terrifying. But everywhere is kind of closing and taking suit right now, and that's unfortunately what has to happen. But I hope, and I really think this will kind of give them, hey, this will, you know, once you lost Sony,
that was a big hit.
That's a big hitter. You know, Nintendo, arguably, it was shocking when we, you know, the first time when you're like, Nintendo's not going to be at E3. There's going to be no awkward men trying to speak English brokenly and, you know, announcing, you know, the new Zelda game with a live violin quartet and an orchestra.
That was cool.
But the amount of money that also it costs
this
to
is
do
saving
these
them
things
a lot
are
of money.
insane for an announcement you could throw up on YouTube. You know what I mean? So, like, PlayStation with the same thing. Everyone remembers the God of War reveal.
Yeah.
For PS4, cool. Which might be one of the best reveals of all time. But it's just too much now, and I think they kind of have a win anyway because a lot of these companies are doing it online anyway.
And if they want, they can still do that, right? They could do it at their house. Like, all right, everybody just do craziness, and then here we go.
Yeah, and if
not at their house, you know, like a stadium they have for themselves.
Exactly. So if next year, whatever this iteration is, I could see it being even E3 going fully online with this. And maybe they charge like the media members to kind of log in earlier and get some inside info. Maybe it becomes this is really just thinking outside the box, but maybe it's a pay-per-view event to make the revenue for what they're doing. I highly doubt it.
I don't think they could go to that format. Everything is free and you're going to get the news in a day.
Or not even like minutes after it's out.
Do you think, like it's canceled now for 2020.
Yeah.
Do you think they're going to have it again in 2020? Do you think it's canceled, but they might change their mind and redo it?
No, I think it's. You mean like delayed instead of canceled?
Delayed, yes, delayed.
I don't think so. I think they were struggling enough with Sony again being like last year. Sony was kind of half in, half out, right?
Yeah.
They weren't in the main studio. They did a Last of Us 2 big reveal that was made of like the kind of like community center that's in the game trailer, which was really cool.
That was cool.
But it wasn't kind of like, it was like, yeah, we're kind of E3, but we haven't gotten the state of play thing fully down yet. So we kind of have to be half in and out. And this year they're like, no, we're good. We're going to save all this money. And everyone wants a PS5 anyway. We're good.
Exactly. I think this is probably a blessing in disguise for them.
Yeah. And I'm very interested to see how they redo it in 2021, if they redo it, or if the companies are kind of like, hey, this is our quote unquote E3 where we're just going to do our big announcements. But either way, you can still expect major announcements. PS5's coming out this year. Xbox is coming out this year.
Yes.
And you can expect obviously the first party A+ games. Halo's probably going to be at whatever Xbox's event is. They already said they're doing an online one.
Yep.
We don't even know what PS5 is going to bring. If it's God of War, I will crap my pants.
Oh.
If it's another Spider-Man, I will crap my pants. If it is, anything major Sony product.
Let me guess.
Uncharted, I will cream and crap my pants.
Oh my god, you're getting very graphic.
Yes, I will.
Let's reel it in a little bit.
Sorry,
for the people at home.
I got very excited.
So, guys, aside from what's going on in his pants, we want to know what you guys think of E3 being canceled in 2020 because of the coronavirus.
Yeah,
and what do you guys think of the coronavirus in itself? In its like. Canceling everything, right? No more sports, no more Disneyland, no more E3. Let me know. Let us know down in the comments below what you guys think of this epidemic, or do you think everybody's just freaking out for no reason? Are you still in that camp? We're dying to know your answers.
Don't panic. Be cautious.
Exactly.